right, I think it's working. I was going to do the dual mode test, but we ain't doing that. I'm like, let me stop messing. Let
I
me.
did it this morning
Oh
and
yeah.
it was excellent.
Oh, so did you
So,
did you realize that you have to make two separate text box overlays?
yes.
Yeah, and so I did that. So here's what's funny. You know you can rename one of them, but you can't rename the other. That's probably Paul.
Is that me?
Paul, you got speakers on?
No, yeah, actually I do. Sorry,
See,
it's off now.
I told you it was her. Mary Lou came out with her little jersey. She like, listen, I'm coming out in these streets. I'm
This.
coming in
And
Beyonce
I'm
mode.
standing because I was like just tired of sitting. So
Oh,
uh I'm like I'm trying to plead the case for a standing desk. So I don't yet have a standing desk. I just have a table where I put the legs up as high as possible.
yes.
And
So let me
but I'm
give you
trying
the
to just like
blueprint on standing desk. I absolutely love it. My desk is actually a standing desk. I just don't crank it up because I changed the top to a top that's too heavy for the motors. Like this is legit
mhm.
like a 480-pound top, and it came with like a 4-pound top, so I can't do that. However, people buy them and then they don't like it. So Facebook Marketplace is a flush with standing desks.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
other
because people
secret
realize
squirrel
that's not the
sauce
life for them.
is Costco. The Costco standing desk is cheap. It's like 300 bones, and it just works. And yeah, you can get it for inexpensive. Like, don't go
I
crazy.
love that.
Don't go crazy.
Yeah, so that's where like I was like refusing to buy it. I've been like thinking about it for years, right? As everybody like when we were all working at home, let's all get standing desks. I never did because I have this IKEA table that you can like make the legs longer, but it's a table. It's not really like a desk for standing. It's just like a high top table, and or mid top actually, because high tops like are kind of would be standing desk,
Mm-hmm.
like the cocktail tables, whatever. So I'm just trying to make myself when I don't need to be typing to stand
So I have another
to
question
like
for you.
make
On
sure I
the
use it.
side of your table, on either one, do you have the ability or the space to temporarily put in a high top?
I considered that too because I do have that as like a rolling table. Is the table we used for everyday easy
Yeah.
is a sewing table that like can pop out. That's a rolling, you know, like so that was like also a consideration of like can I do put that here and basically make like a L-shaped desk, but you'll see the office has moved again back to where it used to be. There's only so many configurations,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm getting a couch. My friend is giving me their couch because they're moving. And so I'm gonna have like a little couch situation back
Oh man,
there.
look, Mary Lou tucked up in the corner with a 40 in a blanket telling you about yourself. That's actually a pretty good shot. That's actually a
I'm
pretty good
telling
shot.
you.
It's hard for dudes because all of the couch shots for us tend to be nut shots. So we have to like,
Mm.
crutch up. But when I was helping Jill and Katie set up the couch shot last time, girls can put their feet up and kind of curl in the corner. Well, my legs don't do that. Some dudes are skinny and they can still do that. But I'm like, it
But you're
works
not
great for,
cozy.
yeah, it works great for girls. You look cozy, you got the little side lean, you got your little drink or whatever. Like for us, we either get nut shots or we look like we're on the psychologist couch. We're like, what are these ink spots telling you? Slice a bitch. No, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I was looking for.
No. What do we do when we're sad? Buy things.
Yes,
No.
yes. Oh, you know me. You know me.
Yes.
I feel seen. And I see my buddy Raph is
Because we're
here.
the
He said
same.
get the
Hey,
IKEA
Raph.
manual standing desk. So if you didn't get a chance to see so the other day, Raph and I had a great conversation about the new creator suite that's coming up. And
Oh, good.
we got some pretty good feedback on the response. The one thing that's funny, the way stupid YouTube collaborations work, I copied the link to the collaboration in my clipboard and I didn't text it to Raphael yet. Oops. I just realized it
Hmm.
yesterday because I'm like, oh, it didn't look at the collaboration thing. And I was like, I know I copied it in my clipboard, but for whatever reason it didn't come out. But I'm in the middle of doing the thumbnail test for that video. And the thumbnail test is pretty funny. What I put in there is kind of hilarious. Here, let me press this.
Oh,
Um,
so we were talking about the Hori Verdi.
yes, yes.
My experience this morning. Okay, so for the past 2 weeks that they've been doing the stream, I'll do the horizontal vertical inside YouTube Studio. Let's just see what happens. I feel like it doesn't do anything because today I did the double stream
The
with
Ecam
the
way.
separate vertical,
Yes.
and all the crazies were in there.
That's how you know it works.
It was that's how I was like, okay, that's my proof of concept here. Like we're going.
All right, so that's good to know. That's good to know. So the Harry Verdi's
Yeah.
Ecam version works better. Because the one thing that the
Yes.
YouTube version, I can't ever even find the second stream. It takes me work. I got to get somebody in the community to tell me. Actually, the last time you told me where it was because I couldn't find the damn thing.
Yeah.
But if you use the Ecamm version, it works. Sorry, y'all.
It's
Y'all
just
can't
in
get
there.
to it yet. It's coming. We're that close. We're that close. I
It's
just can't tell
coming.
you when. But
I got it slid to me
yeah,
to keep me quiet about something else.
you stupid. You stupid. You super
It
stupid.
was like a little bribe.
You little stupid. It's like, oh, Mary Lou, I know how to get her quiet. Here, look at this shiny object. She's like, whoa, Harry Verdi. Wow. All right, so today I wanted to dive into something, and it's a conversation that I think is super important. Let me make a clean start. You ready?
Yes.
Good morning, Mary Lou. Wait, that's the name of your show, isn't it?
Yes.
All
Good
right.
morning, Doc.
Today I wanted to talk about something, and I think it just needs to be discussed. And maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure a lot of times when I have these maybe it's just me moments, it's sort of everybody or a lot of people. I won't say everybody. It's my everybody, right? Everybody is different. I do want you to understand that. Wait, that song just got in my head. Hold on. Let me refocus. Everybody,
Start over again. Start over
everybody,
again.
everybody. Now I'm leaving this mess.
Go.
But it is funny that everybody is actually different, and a lot of people don't realize that because they love to use the terminology everybody, right? And or a lot of people. You hear that statement, right? That's your a lot of people. That's not my lot of people. Anyway, so there is the conversations right now about the platforms really pushing hard on two things, right? One of them is shorts, and there's a lot of hand wringing and cavorting over the whole short situation. And of course, the other one is long form. But I think long form actually divides up into two categories: long form, or long form as in the form of live stream, which in a way is a combination of both because it is the one that will let you full Cat Williams real pimps choose both because on the live stream you can get the vertical live stream and you can get the long form live stream. So your conversation this morning totally wraps in. So today I want to talk about, and you know how much I really hate versus content, but I feel like we got to have this discussion: long form versus short form versus live stream. Let's get into
I
it.
love this topic.
Let's get into it. We're
I
gonna get
absolutely,
unstuck.
cause I play in all of the arenas,
Same here.
and the way that I see it, if we look at the way YouTube has it set up on our channels, there are 3 tabs: videos, shorts, live. So it's videos on demand are the uploads.
Right. We'll call them
Shorts
VODs to
are
keep
the
people's
shorts.
brains correct.
And that's what they call it internally. Anyway, it's a VOD, it's a short, or it's a live stream. Because even if you do a member thing, then it's a MVOD, so a members VOD, members live, members short, right? That's a whole separate tab of its own. So of what? What are they each for? They all serve a different purpose. Okay, so for me, shorts is you're in the Costco with your little snack table. You want to try this? You want a taste of this? They're just walking by. Because people aren't, when they go to shorts, they're walking through the mall. They're walking through the festival. And you're just like, hey, look at this. You want to see this? You want to take a taste? You want to take a taste? Then they like it. And they're like, actually, yeah, let me take some of this home. Then they'll go to your channel. Then they can see what you have uploaded. So now we're looking at what's on the shelf. And then a live stream if they come to your restaurant. They're coming to eat with you right now.
Serve. They come in to serve. I like it. All right, look, I want to show you something real quick. The wonderful Khalid pointed this out yesterday. But if you go to your little juggly box, I'm going to have to just wig out for a second and try to get this in the center because that's how my brain works. There it goes. Listen, if you go to your little juggly box and you look for anything, And then you'll see AI mode. Yeah, we know. All shopping,
Mm-hmm.
images, videos, news, short videos, more in tools. I feel like they need to swap videos and I'm sorry, news and videos or videos and news so that they can be side by side. However, Google has added short videos as one of the freaking options at the top of the search filter. So go to your Google box right now. I see her eyes twerking. Look, her eyes is like, wait, what? Yeah.
They're different. Ours are different.
What,
They're
what,
different order.
what's yours
So
say?
you must shop more than I do.
Why you
'Cause
gotta
yours
tell my
is
business, girl?
all
I thought we was
shopping.
friends.
You've been sad lately? You've been feeling okay? You need to talk? So, okay, so what is yours? All shopping, images, video. What is it? News?
News,
Sorry, my eyeballs are bad.
news, short
News and then
videos,
shorts.
and more. So you saying yours came up differently from that?
Yeah, so AI mode's first because they're pushing that, right? Like they want you to, that's a whole different way to come in. All videos, images, short videos, shopping, and news. And that does track for me because I will never look at news. All
Yeah.
the news I get is what Will tells me.
Oh.
And then I mean, it must be really bad.
So I think the reason why my shopping one had changed recently is because when I was in Japan and we're trying to find certain stores, I kept using that, and so it will eventually switch back. And the other thing, all right, so
Yeah.
you just made me think of something. I'm gonna try switch my Google profiles to to my business profile real quick and see if it
Exactly.
shows up
Like you just
differently.
showcased on your video.
Yes, that's so that's
Like
good.
it's just following your behavior.
Oh no, so it still knows it's me. It's like bitch, you ain't fooling nobody. It's still the same.
Also, I wonder if it rotates just so you can see a different thing. You know how like sometimes like
Oh,
you just
100.
put like a different book at the front of the shelf just so you
Ye-
see something
Yeah,
a little
you
different.
just rearrange it. Like I will bring the old stuff in the refrigerator to the front to tell myself I'm gonna eat it. I end up throwing it away anyway. I'm not a leftover king. Now,
But you know what, you saw it for a
yeah,
second.
now I got a little paper. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not a leftover king because when I was young, we used to eat questionable fovers. It's like
Mhm.
do the test. Yeah, okay, that's good. No, that's not good. You can't
Yeah,
you can't tell
no,
what your
a lot
nose.
of a lot of stomach aches.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does this Google tell you? What does this tell you? What's your
All right, so
insight?
there, of course, right now, and I made a video about it yesterday, and everybody's having major conniption fits, and I've seen so many of the big tubers, and I mean like, this guy, I swear I want to punch him in his little Canadian face because he likes to play the victim a lot because he knows that it works for a lot. I'm gonna be mean. It works for a lot of his incel audience. He has a wider audience. He doesn't just have an incel audience, but he has a very large incel audience, the manosphere. So they just love being victims right now. So telling everybody that the reason why their gaming channel isn't growing is because of all the shorts, it just works. It does, and I get it. And he got staff. He got people he need to pay. I get it, but you could do the same thing just by telling the truth too. You don't have to be a flame baiter, which we used to call it long before the internet had, like rage tweets and whatever. We used to call it flame baiting, and it's where you would go into a forum in any sort of AOL or whatever, and you would just say things you knew were going to cause people to have a conniption or engagement bait.
Mm-hmm.
Thread is so full of engagement bait. But anyway, basically the complaint is if you load up your your YouTube master feed, you're gonna see shorts put right in the front, right in the second row. And I'm like, nah, dog, I don't have no shorts in mine. Not a single one. And why is that? Because I freaking switched it. It ain't that hard, bro. Like nobody's coming to get you. Let me see if this is broken or not. Okay, let me get rid of the chat box from earlier. I don't even know where it's at on my screen. It is here somewhere hiding in the back window. Let me click that and get rid of the chat box. Boom. Beat it, beat it, beat it. All right, so then we should get a bigger one. There we go. So if I go to my feed, listen, there is not a short. Who's this chick? There's not a short to be found anywhere on my feed. Not one of them. Why is that? Because I told it to go away like 3-4 times. And then in the video, they tried to be cute and they said, oh, well, I pressed the go away button and it didn't go away. I pressed the go away button 3 times and it went away. Right? Just like the last time you tried to hit on Kathy from the Starbucks, and she was like, no. And you asked her again, and she was like, no. And then you asked her again, and she was like, no. And then maybe you stopped. So why all the victim screaming about YouTube is forcing shorts down our throats. You do not have to click it. People who are more, I'm going to say something really mean right now. It's my show. People who are more likely to try to force something on somebody got the nerve to talk about somebody forcing something on them.
Say it again.
People who, who more likely to try to force something on somebody got the nerve to try to say somebody has forced something on them. Like, you do not have to click that short. I don't watch very many shorts. I just don't. I do watch a lot of Insta Reels and occasionally TikTok. So it's weird. My short feed is IG because that's where I send Mary Lou the most dumb stuff. I do have TikTok. I just don't open it like that, right? If I'm looking for that quick little hit, I tend to go to IG. And a lot of it's copied on all three platforms anyway, so it's not that big a deal. The number one reason I think I don't use YouTube Shorts like that is behavior. It wasn't there in the beginning, so my behavior in the beginning was always IG. I started on TikTok, but when IG got it, I started looking there because I had it in my brain. If I do reels here, I'll grow faster than doing it on TikTok because everybody's on TikTok. That was super dumb. I should have stayed on TikTok. But now it's just that's my space. That's literally my space. It's not the best space. It's just my space, right? No, my space is this. Hey Tom, how you doing? I actually know Tom. Tom's a good dude. But yeah, so I'm just thinking like the platforms are really trying to get some short stuff out there because it works for a large portion of the population. That population just isn't the U.S. But in Southeast Asia and in India and in South America, many people's whole entire computers is their phone. So yes, they push a lot of shorts because there are billions of people outside the country you live in that actually use their phones for their computers, so they absorb a lot of shorts. And YouTube is not just a US company. But that doesn't mean that if you're in the US or Canada or England somewhere, they're not forcing anything on you. They're doing what's best for their business. They understand their business. At the same token, when I go to my TV, you know what I don't get in my TV feed? Shorts. Why? Because you ain't likely to look at shorts on a big 65-inch Sony, you dork. What I get on my YouTube feed on my TV is a whole bunch of videos that are 20, 30, 40, 3 hours, 4 hours. Like, I barely even see the 10-minute videos on my TV because that's not my watching behavior. So if YouTube is forcing shorts on your feed, you watch a lot of shorts. And my guess is, you little preverts, you're watching the shorts that piss you off because they put a booby chick on the front, but there's no booby chick in the video. And so you got suckered into your feed. And so that's why they keep showing up. And the reason why you mad is because when you turn on the computer and your girlfriend and your mom walk in the room, they see the booby chicks in your feed. I'm a hater. Come at me.
Booby chicks.
Booby chicks.
I've been liking having the shorts in my feed, but I know I'm watching a lot because a lot of my friends are doing the everyday shorts challenge. And so
Yeah.
then I get to see their faces pop up, and then if I watch one, then more surface. I don't have to necessarily go to their channel. They just start to serve them to me. So I enjoy shorts, lives. No, actually, I'll watch lives of my friends, not lives of randos.
Right.
Videos on demand, VODs, it could be of randos, depends on what I'm looking at. And then shorts, of course, is everybody. And I will scroll until there's a trending sound, and it's like 3 videos in a row is this trending sound. And lately the one has been like, I'm a small creator and I'm just trying to be famous, so please watch this for 10 seconds. And I'm like, never mind, I'm out of here.
I
I'll
will
go do something
never
else.
use that sound under penalty of death. Begging as a
It's
trending
so
sound
sad.
is so beneath everybody who uses it. And any of you who used it, I'm going to give you a pass because you ain't know no better, but that's just terrible.
Please don't.
Please don't. That's just terrible.
Please don't.
Oh, hate that one. Hate that one.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, rank for me for you as a creator and as a viewer, live shorts and VODs.
well, as a creator right now, it's kind of flipped. My world would have been VODs, lives, shorts, but now as a creator, it's gone back to, well, actually, it's shorts because I'm in a 30-day challenge, and then it's VODs. I'm still trying to get out at least 2 a week, and then lives, which I'm also trying to get out 2 a week, but I want to crank the lives up. I want to add two extra more lives, and there will be. Don't, hey, look, don't get cute, and I'm be straight up with you. I don't even care if you come. It's just going to be me turning on the camera and doing things because I got to do it anyway, and I just might as well do it live.
Listen, my 4 times a week, I'm really enjoying
Thank you.
this. Like my 4 times a week, it's every day. I know I got to get up and like whatever mode I'm in, then we're gonna do it.
Yes.
Because we just got to get up and get ready anyway. We got to get ready for work, so let's get ready for work.
So I got some things I need to do. I'm just going to do them with the camera on. Simple as that.
Yes.
Simple as that. And then I'm making a VOD today that is technically for the Ecamm Fam channel, but I might build it as a live on my channel and then give the produced version to the Ecamm channel because I just want to show people like, okay, we just did the podcast, myself, Katie, and Paul Gouter, not the other Paul. He was just in the chat causing trouble. But I want to show how simply I take that workflow from Ecamm, pop it in the final cheese, chop the ends off, and then send it to Auphonic, and it's done. Like, I just want to show how fast I get that thing did, right? And yeah, like Paul said, Paul be doing that piano practice every single day. If people show up, great. If they don't, just keeping yourself accountable. And I agree with that. I really agree with that. I saw Gretchen doing a live the other day, but when it popped up, I was in the grocery store and she came out talking loud.
Doing her co-working.
I had to
her
mute
co-working
it real
situation.
But yeah, it's just cool. I like those streams where people are just doing stuff because listen, on Twitch that behavior is normal. People literally just be sitting there going, I don't even know what we're gonna talk about today. Or maybe I would just go over here and make some coffee. And the people are in there, they're sending gifts and whatnot, and it's a thing. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going to do a lot more lives, and I'm going to do a lot more lives for solving problems and super chat engagement because I have something on my ticker that I want to buy, and it's kind of expensive, and so it's going to require me to do more videos. Simple as that. If I was a hairdresser and I wanted to buy something that cost 10 G's, I just got to cut more hair. Well, I'm a content creator, and I want to buy something that costs 10 G's, so I got to make more videos. And I got to show a little titty and get more super chats, which means come and help people with their problems and hope that they feel generous, whatever. Like, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm not even going to try to hide it. Like, because I hate when people say, well, I can't afford this. I can't afford what I'm fitting to buy. But I'm going to afford it because I want it.
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
That's
okay.
I'm going to buy another, like a camera. My end all be all.
Okay.
My Ferrari camera.
But that's like you love those things, right?
And
like
it's not for content creating.
Yes.
This is legit just for me.
That's for
like,
you.
I might make content. I might not. I might just go take pictures and shut the frick up. I don't care, but I'm fit to go buy me a camera that costs like 10 G's. Gretchen
so here's something that I want to be able to do.
Nobody else might get it, but Gretchen gets it.
With what I want to do with my live streams is the super chat automation where it triggers something in the room.
Yeah, I was doing it yesterday. I was trying to set up my Amrans to
How do we do it?
There's a service that I started checking out called Lumen, Lumen, and I think that's right, Lumen Stream. So me and Claude have been having this conversation, and if I can't figure it out with this Lumen thing, then I'm just gonna write my own code to make it happen.
Because people do it. They're like,
people do it.
Bubble machines are going off, smoke machines are going off.
Yeah, and so that's DMX control. But yeah, there's oh my God, what the heck?
DMX?
Like woo woo. No, not DMX.
Yeah.
DMX is dynamic machine control, and it's sort of like MIDI for hardware devices.
Okay.
She thought I was talking about Earl.
Yes,
Not
he's the
Earl.
best.
Not talking about Earl.
No.
I was talking about that's super funny. Oh my god. You just where my dogs at? You just got me. Oh my god. Lumia stream, here we go.
Oh, party up.
All right, so I'm gonna figure it out. Once I figure it out, of course, I will teach you and everybody else. But yes, I want to do some things like have it trigger the Amaran lights, have them go into party mode, and do some various things like that. Amaran does actually have a command line tool, and with the command line tool, you can get in there and do some programming, which would allow you to set up a Stream Deck button, of course. So I might do it that way, which might be easier, but I'm trying to get it figured out because what everybody's doing right now is probably pressing the button. And on Twitch, these triggers are easier because it's built easier into the Twitch chat. With the YouTube chat, it's a little bit difficulter. He did not just say that. It's a little bit more difficult. However, what most people are doing is pressing a button. I don't even want to press a button. I want it to just happen. In case I'm doing something where my hands are busy doing something else, and then the super chat comes in. So I'm going to get it figured out, and when I do,
That's what
I'm
I
going to
want.
snitch. I'm going to snitch. I know it exists. I know it's out there. I'm telling myself I'm going to do it for the longest time, and I haven't done it, but I want to set it up where the YouTube API actually catches the soup, and it just goes.
Yeah. Well, to go back to like the initial thing of like shorts, lives, videos on demand. I think the lives are the most important in what is upcoming in the world because information is a commodity. You could just go get information. You want to know how to plug A into B into C? Eventually, you'll be able to type it in and get it in 10 seconds. It's just going to walk you through it and explain it to you at your learning level, at your pace. So information's a commodity, but we talked about this on my stream this morning. AI is not yet able to replace taste and interests. And that's how you feel about it because it can you can hit your AI to adapt to how you as a user feels about something and it'll just agree with you. It'll just be like, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. But like, where do we get into conversations of like, well, I've never seen this and I've never heard of this. You know, like we always get new music from Doc and it's like, what was that? Oh, that's cool because he's had a different life experience and different exposure to different things. And that's where humanity can stay. But live streams at this point cannot be replicated in that sense.
Bro, the cutest thing yesterday, my friend Cecilia, she came over, she was at Tyson's, and we were talking story, and came up on YouTube. The video was playing, and she didn't know who Tool was. And she's like, wait, a whole bunch of my friends went to the Tool concert. What the heck is a Tool? And I'm like, Celia, you're from New York. You should know this. She didn't know. She didn't know. And so I was telling her about, Will going to the Tool concert or whatever. So yeah, you're right. That human interaction, that bringing in something different that you learn from somebody else, well, it just sticks differently too, right? When I get a piece of information, not even raw information, I know it's already been curated by a single level because you already processed it through that little melon. And then you're like, hey, this is cool. And then when you send it to me, like, it's more likely that I'm going to look at it, right? Because you've already processed it. And I know, like, what Mary Lou's filter is. So I'm like, okay, if she's telling me I should check this out, I'm going to check it out. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll say Mary Lou something and I don't explain it. And she'll be like, dude, what is this? And then I say, oh, this. She'll go, okay, now I'll go watch it. I'm like, shut up, Mary Lou.
Yes.
Shut up, Mary Lou. But,
well, it's like this last thing you sent me. I was like out, like not at the computer. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
that's where
happens.
the issue comes in.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not on the computer, then I'm like, oh, huh?
Yeah.
If I'm at the
fully get
computer,
that.
I'll open it and then you see it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I never went back to it until this moment. I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to go look at that.
No, but it's cool, right? So what happens is that curation filter. So I'm agreeing with you with lives, and I think too many people are afraid to do lives, and there's nothing to be afraid of. Let's just be real. Just turn the camera on, sit there, and talk story. You'll be fine. And you'll figure it out, and you'll get better at it. It is legit one of those things you legit just have to do. And I am completely cool with you taking this guy and this guy. If you came to camp, I gave you one. Go like that. Pull the feet out, line it up on the table, and then just go. I am totally cool with that because what you're doing is you're letting kin folks know you. And from the minute they find you, okay, let's put it this way. This is going to sound super stupid, but hey, you know what? I am down about it. You have a friend and you go to introduce them to a different group of friends. And you're like, listen, this person is cool. And at first they're a little quiet, whatever. But once you get to know them, you'll see that they're really, really epic, right? You just got to let them get past their measurement of seeing who's who. That's just how they do things. And you've gone and you've given your friends these disclaimers about someone that they're going to meet, right? Or you might be like, hey, we're going to go, and this time I'm bringing my little sister with me. You know, she's out there. So if she says anything crazy, just let it warm up. You'll get it that she doesn't mean anything by it. Whatever. We've done these things. Not talking about you, Des. I was just using an example, just in case she watches this. You know, so you have to give these buffers sometimes. And the reason why you do that, because you realize that that person is a gem, they just might have a walnut shell. Well, guess what? Every stranger on the internet has a walnut shell. And so doing the lives allows you to let people see the meaty nut morsel inside. That did not come out as good as I thought. It worked better in my head. But
I got what you're saying though. Like, you know, you let people see, if you're willing to let people see some of your humanity, then other people who are more scared feel permission to show a little bit of their humanity.
Mary Lou for
Now,
sure thought I was a dick when she first met me. And then she
absolutely.
verified that fact, but then he's still cool though.
Yeah. But I was like, all right, I get it. And now you can never get rid of me.
Yeah, you know what? Here's a prime example. If you didn't know any better, Eden is crazy. But she's that right amount of crazy to kick it with us, so we love her.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I can guarantee you, like, she would not be not everybody's cup of tea, but I'll take a 40 at Eden. That's my homie. You know, and I think that's what it is. And so that's the idea of doing lives is you let people, you know, get slow doses of you until they figure it out. Same thing with shorts. Shorts is a good way because you're not trying to polish them. You're not trying to perfect them. Here's what's weird though. Let me back something up. I have to say a disclaimer because I don't want anybody to at me before I tell you I'm doing this on purpose. My first reel in that shorts challenge was talking about misogi. And misogi was about doing the hard things. And in that thing, as I was making it, I realized doing the 30-day short form challenge is not hard to me because I just did 419 long form challenge. So my shorts are over the top. All of my shorts are heavily produced shorts. Because that's the hard thing. Just opening your mouth and talking shit for 3 minutes, that's easy. So I don't want anybody to say like, hey, how come you said don't overproduce shorts and all your last, 8 shorts are like crazy? Well, because that's the hard thing for me. And so I have been doing it on purpose and trying to get that time frame down to under 20 minutes, and I have got there. Like I can make it and edit it, all the B-roll, all the chops, all the weird. I still can do the whole thing in under 20 minutes now. And then so now my goal is to get that down to 15. Because then for me, I can produce heavily produced shorts if I can keep them under 15 minutes. And then Brandon gave us a cheat code, which is the Premiere app. Oh.
What have you been making them on?
Final Cut, DaVinci.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've been doing it.
I showed everybody on Saturday how I do it in DaVinci, like how fast it is. But man, Premiere, this the templates when I just want to get an extra reel out. So now I'm getting out more than one reel in a day because I'm doing one produced one and one BS one that I just pulled up out of Premiere app because Premiere app is cheat code unlocked. I showed it to Gretchen on Saturday and she's incredulous now. Gretchen be out here just making reels. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it's really, really good. So they went in. Thankfully, somebody picked up the trophy from when CapCut dropped it. And it's Adobe, which is even easier and even better. And actually
So much
styled better because it's not weird little kids making the damn things, like actual artist people making it. So it's even better. So we got something good out of the CapCut debacle.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So what is your? I know
That's
you've been
good.
a
So-
lot of shorts. So what's your temperament on shorts right now?
I still like I love my shorts. What I do find in watching is there's so much influx of AI script, whether it's the AI voiceover, but like from a person who's just reading their AI script and I can clock it so fast. and it makes me want to vomit because I can see 1 or 2 and I think I'm okay, but, like, when it's so much, then I'm like, my brain can't ingest any more of this, like, fabricated opinion. It cannot, like, I just, like, I feel like I'm, like, repellent of it right now, and you could say the exact same thing, you got your outline, but just say it yourself, then I'm, like, interested, let's talk about it. But as soon as they're like, "Give me a topic, any topic."
You want one now?
Yeah, just give me any topic right now.
Oh, okay. La 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 la. Let's see a good topic for Mary Lou. Okay, since you're wearing your Cowboy Carter shirts, what are the Cowboy Carter tips that creators need to know?
Okay, so, uh, the way AI would write this, if you liked Cowboy Carter, it's not that you're a Beyonce fan, it's that you're into revolutionizing yourself. It's that I'm not into it's not this, it's this. And it always starts with it, and it's like you can always see it and there's a certain cadence. So, let's see if we did like what can creators take from Cowboy Carter in a short form snappy script. I tell you, it's going to be in there. I did it this morning with a Jaws. Okay, so she's printing. Cowboy Carter isn't a country album, it's a case study. The first line, it's not this, it's this. Always. And I see it, and I'm just like, just say something else, anything else. Give me your actual opinion. But that's the line, and then I'm just gone, and then I'm gone. And then happens enough times, then I'm just out. I'm just out. And then I'm also like, what I'm curious though for you is what do you feel about when clips are taken from live streams? Because I'm kind of on the fence with them. Because it can be disjointed, but also sometimes that's fine.
Okay, so I am semi auto AI repurpose averse because I think it's so much easier that if you nail something, just say it again. Just while you're live, say it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to get everybody a short out of this situation right now, I'm like, listen, people, the platforms are primarily focusing on three things: long form video, short form video, and live stream. And there's a lot of conversation about which one should you do, which one should you prioritize. And the real answer is, if you want to be the best of the best, you got to do all three. And I know everybody has all kind of reasons why there's maybe two of the three that they can't do. But if the platforms are telling you that's what they're looking for, that's what they're looking for. And so here's how you could actually do all three: record your video live. So you get the VOD, you pull that out, don't send it through any AI chopper, and let that be the long form video. And then you can go into your Final Cut or whatever, add your B roll, add your chops, add whatever, but you basically have the live video recorded there. While you're in there, any salient points that you know are standalone points, you could clip those out in your favorite editor and send those as shorts. And so now you're actually creating all three at the same time without doing 3x the work. So if you want to know how to do that, follow for more. I'll let you know. Simple as that. Like I could just take that clip right now and it's good. Like done. I don't have to do nothing. I can just steal it straight out of the feed and rock with it. And I think what a lot of people are doing is depending on the AI chopper to chop it. So if you're doing it live and somebody says something dope, like, hold on, wait a minute, we're going to clip that so let's get a clean version of that. Brandon does it all the time. I do it all the time. I see all kinds of people. The news does it all the time. They're like, wait, can you repeat that again? I need to make sure that everybody is listening. And even if you just say that and then you cut right there and you let them say that thing that's nice and clean, a lot of times they'll even polish it up a little bit more the second time. You know what I mean? And so, like, you don't really have to need an AI chopping tool. Is it faster? Yes. But it's not really faster because you got to do 6, 7 iterations. And you know what all the AI chopper tools added? The ability to edit, because it can't do it the way you think it can do it. And so you're actually paying more to do more work when you can probably do it yourself.
That's what I do find, where it's like it does it, and it's interesting, but I always find I'm like, I have to go back and do so much work anyway that it would have been more efficient if I just do it myself, as it typically is, whenever I do go down that route. Like I did try. I'd say it was probably like 3 to 6 months because like last year, like when life was really crazy and I wanted to keep output happening, I just did Opus and I was like, whatever the top 10 of every
That's
video
what
I
it's
put
good
up,
for.
I just do it.
Yes.
I just to make sure stuff was happening, but I'll tell you the results, it didn't grow anything. It didn't really, like, maybe 1 or 2 got some engagement, but it, aside from just like keeping the pulse, it didn't move the needle.
Right.
So maintenance, okay, right? Like I'd say at least the accounts were posting something, but nothing magnificent happened.
So in a way, Opus clips and these tools are like, just a bottle conditioner. A couple times a week is just there. But the deep conditioner, hey, you still need to go see Kathleen. You need to sit down in a chair and let Kathleen get in your scalp and like I don't know why we talk about her. I got not name none, but my auntie owned the salon, so I grew up in there, so I know some words. But yeah, you're right. It's like going in and get that deep conditioner, or maybe you trim your frizzies, but like you got to go to the coiffer to get properly coiffed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I want to say, so Ref is right. Ref says there's so much BS through shorts. YouTube needs community no-style feedback. And I agree with this take 100%. But I want to spin something on you, Ref, because you come from the industry, so you know. We all grew up with, depending on whether you're LA or New York or a small city, 3 to 10 stations. And then we got cable. We were so excited about the fire hose of all of the stuff that we could see. And then cable turned into 1,000 channels. Remember the song 57 channels and there nothing's on? That was a joke. We're at 1,500 channels and there's nothing on. So what happened was before AI slop, we got TV slop. We just got random craziness on TV. However, there are the gems. There's Stranger Things. There's Game of Thrones. There's House of Dragons. There's Yellow Jackets. There's The Pit. There are still the shows that even in the most quote unquote, I'm going to use your guys' word, oversaturated, over the top, even, too much BS. On everyday TV, there's way too much BS. But there are gems living right smack dead in there. And there's gems for everybody. Maybe you don't watch that kind of stuff. You know what? There's football season or basketball season or soccer season. Or there's like the Food Network if that's your game. Or there's grocery games if that's your game. Like I don't like that game. But whatever. Everybody has a different taste. So even in that sea of BS, there's some really good smelling flowers out there. We will never fully be able to turn off the BS all the way back from television. Even when we only had 10 stations, we watched 3. ABC, CBS, NBC. All the rest of it was dookie. Well, not really. PBS was my jam, but, because I like nerd shit. But for the most part,
yeah,
local channels were just dumb. Like, they were dumb.
And even with those, you got to, like, the 1 to 4 p.m. programming is like,
yes.
Whatever
but
they
the
could
funny
find.
thing, in that 1 to 4 p.m. programming, like all of the Ricky Lake and the Phil Donahue and the Sarah Jesse Raphael and the Oatmeal Winfrey and
They came up.
and Geraldo, whatever. Like I hated all of that crap. As a matter of fact, I actually thought I hated 11 to 1 or 11 to 4 because it was All My Children's and General Hospital and Young and the Restless and The Guiding Light and all of that crap. And then, for whatever reason, I got stuck with my grandma and I became a YNR head. And I would ride the bike, get home, pull up real quick, boom.
Your stories.
Right. Yo, what's going on with Victor? They were like, you watch YNR? Yeah, say something about it. Like, what? Next thing you know, I got all of the hood rats in my house watching YNR. Because we all thought Victor Sands was a thug. He's like, oh, yeah, Victor's that G. Oh, my God. He got, like, all of the hotties up. So, like, me and the boy, we be sitting on the floor watching YNR. Some of us strapped. Like, we watching YNR. So, it's funny. But, yeah, like it's everybody. It's easy to say the things because it's right, and I know rap isn't like that. But I'm just saying it's very important to point out that in the craziest things, in the noisiest noise, there's always good music.
Oh my gosh. This man's been playing Victor since 1980.
Dang. Oh, he's still out here?
He's still out here,
Yo. Uh Rap says, have you
right? Let me double
tried
check.
to preload the prompt? Use the best writing and YouTube practices. Oh, my writer is flawless. The only thing that it can't shake, and I just think it's the way the thing is programmed. Even though I told it to shut up, every once in a while it'll slip in the M dash. And where it slips it in is grammatically correct. So maybe that's why it's so hard to get rid of them. But because the average person doesn't know how to type an M dash on their actual computer, that seems to be what is the dead giveaway. And so even I've seen the argument about, well, why does everybody hate M dashes? Because they're correct, they're grammatically correct. The average person doesn't know how to type that on their computer. So that's why you don't see it in normal human writing. But other than that, yo, I have trained my guys so good. Me and Claude are well trained. Me and ChatGPT are well trained. And I will be more than happy to teach anyone how to train your bot. I got videos on my channel on how to do it. I just think people are lazy about doing it. And that's why you run into these weird things. But if you train it good, like it know better. My bot don't give me conditional statements anymore. I hated that. Whether you're just starting out as a content creator or you're a seasoned creator looking to restart, don't you ever give me a whether you're conditional statement. I will punch you in the gigabits. It took me a lot of making it go away, but it went away. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's funny,
Yeah.
Eden. I'm with you now. Now, even when I type a regular dash, I'm like, is somebody going to mistake this as an M dash? But you know what?
The dashes didn't bother me as much as everyone else because I feel like I was using them.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know what's an M dash and a regular dash. Those are
M
different.
dash is longer. They're totally different.
Oh,
Yeah. M
okay.
dash.
I just was like when there's like a space in your thought.
Yeah.
Like
We type
like you say,
regular
grammatically
dash.
correct.
Right, because typing the M dash on the Mac keyboard is not that easy. Let me show you. See, when we thinking of dash, we're just pressing the minus key. That's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. I'll show you. I'm gonna use this.
You got insecure and started using semicolons.
I was always the semicolon king. All right, so there you go. So the N dash shows ranges like 1900 to 2000 or Boston, New York, right? The M dash creates a stronger break for emphasis, like using commas, whatever. So he thought if you look at the comment, even on screen, see how it's longer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it.
You know what I mean?
I think I'm like a parentheses gal.
Yeah. So it's crazy, but and even hyphen is different. Hyphen is actually skinnier. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes your computer can see the difference, but iPhone you can do it by holding down the key. But yeah, I just think the average person doesn't know how to type them on their computer. Some software switches it automatically for you, some of it don't. So yeah, that's where we get into trouble. And yeah, it just drives people crazy. So it's if you press Option Shift and hyphen, then you're gonna get an M dash. If you just press hyphen or minus, you're just going to get a minus, right? So you can press minus or you can do Option Shift minus. And then that's the difference on your keyboard. It looks like that. There you go. Now
No, I see. Yeah, they are different.
Yeah. But it's funny because, people who are English majors, they've been using it correctly all of this time. And then now they feel bad because they can't do it. They feel like everyone's they're just going to have. So here's the three. So here's the regular minus. And here's the option minus, and here's the option shift minus. There's all three, M, N, and hyphen. And for a person who can't type, I'm appalled at y'all for not knowing that. I'm teasing. I know all the shortcuts.
Well,
like
what was,
a lot
like,
of
the
people don't know
grammar
about
book?
option 0. If you do option 0, you can get, degrees. So it's Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. You be on your knees and you be burning, begging, please, brother, freeze. Sorry. it's, it's so weird. Yeah, I know all of them.
You did it.
You know the option G, right? Gives you the that doohickey. Then option two gives you that doohickey, right? Option R gives you that doohickey. Like y'all people need to learn how to use your keyboard. Option EE gives you one of these, like attaché. Wait, who's coming in here talking smack? Oh, I've
Noel.
been trying to figure out degrees. Yeah, because over here ours is easy. It's cold right now. But when we say cold, we mean 68. Don't get it twisted. But we got jackets. We got jackets in Hawaii, bro. It hit 62 the other day, and I was like, bro, what happened to my state? Why is it freaking freezing? It's currently 71, and it feels like it's freezing over here.
Yeah.
That's super funny. Yes. So thank you, Noel. I'm glad you figured this out. Anyway, um,
You always learn something here on Creators
you know what I'm
Unstuck.
saying? Even though I can't type for crap, I know all the shortcuts on the keyboard because I'm just a Mac nerd. Is what it is. So now I want to get into long form real quick because, as you know, I've been spending a lot of time with Benji and working with them and talking about that. And fam, long form is where it's at. It's where it's at right now. And again, the big problem with most people in their long form is they are wanting too hard to over script it. You still want it to be good. You still want it to be perfect. And you just don't. And here's the struggle. Here's the big struggle. And I think I've discovered what it is. I am a content creator, first and foremost. I am a live streamer. Yes, that as well. They're technically the same, but people like to put unnecessary labels on them. But I'm a gearhead. So, as a person who likes gear, when Mary Lou says, "Have you been shopping?" The answer is yes. And as a
That's funny.
gearhead, you get fed channels that are for gearheads. And so, if you are a gearhead person, let's do this real quick. If you're a gearhead person and you come over, you're going to see videos about cinematic filmmaking with your iPhone. You're going to see videos by Tom about the best wireless microphone. You're going to see how I print my photo books, right? So you're going to see a bunch of high produced, dude, Sky is the king, but you're going to see a bunch of high produced, shot in log, color graded videos. So if you're starting your YouTube journey by trying to figure out what is the best camera, you're going to get fed videos made by camera people. I'm going to cheat real quick. Jamie, don't get mad at me. I'm not saying anything bad about you. I just want to show somebody this example. Uh-oh, the video got stuck. Okay, I'm going to just pause right here. Stop. You see that? Just single frame. It's real. Actually, that wouldn't be what I consider most of my camera rolls videos. So his video is pretty normal human. All right, I won't pick on him. His video is very normal human. Look at this bad lighting trick right here. That's acceptable. But if you got fed, right? So if you go, what's the best YouTube camera for YouTube videos, and you hit the button, and then you get pulled in, and I'll just pick, this, I'll let this run from Think Media. Now you're tripping. Why does my studio not look like that? Why don't I have that? Why don't I have this, right? I'll go a little deeper into the fold. Some people that I don't know, I need you to go further in. Yeah, this is still a little bit overproduced. Not in a bad way, just saying. But, from here, I'm looking at his shot. It's color graded. It's adjusted. It doesn't give that I'm shooting this with a phone vibe. So if you start looking for like how to set up your studio, how to set up your lights, you're going to get fed videos that look a little prettier than they need to be for your subject matter. And it's going to make you immediately go to my ain't good enough. And that's I think where people are getting lost. I think people trying to get the right answers, and these people are giving you the right answers for the most part. They're giving you the right answers, but I did it myself. I sat up here in my studio, looking cute, talking about how to start your channel, and if you see that, I've legit had people come to me, yeah, but your picture looks so crisp. Yeah, because I've been producing video for 40 years. They got nothing to do with your content, though. Because there's definitely days where the picture don't look crisp, but my shit's still fire. You know what I'm saying? Would you be willing to listen to Tay Tay and Beyonce sing to you in the car?
Yes,
100%.
absolutely.
No dancing, no backup, no band, no lights, no tights, just singing in the car, cup of hot cocoa.
Yeah, our minds are still going to be blown.
Right, right. This is what I'm saying. So if your content doesn't have any bass, it's still okay. You'll get it, but you can't get it sitting around doing nothing. So I'm gonna pick somebody
Well, it's
out.
like, so it came up in the
Yeah, the
the
chat.
community post that you had commented on. That was like people were saying they like, don't want to get boxed in, but like you don't have no plywood to even box yourself in because you're not doing
Oh,
anything.
that was funny.
You're just sitting up there
That was
worried about it.
funny. Yo, it was really, really funny when you posted that. You like, don't box yourself in as a creator. I'm like, yeah, but they out here trying to box themselves in with a toothpick.
I didn't tell them to not box themselves in. Somebody said to me they're
Oh,
afraid of being boxed
oh,
in.
that's what it was. Yeah, and I was like, you can't be afraid of being boxed in when you ain't got but this much wood.
You just got a toothpick.
A box
I
requires
cackle.
4 sheets of plywood, dog. You can't box yourself in with a toothpick or a matchstick.
But I do need to shout out Carmen, who popped in the chat for a second.
I
She
see
came
her
into
out
my
here.
live stream and said she started creating because of watching Creators Unstuck.
There you go. Yo, CJ is
She got
life.
back on it.
She is life. She is the bomb. She is mi hermana. What is up, Carmelita? Good to see you, ma. So it's funny, but I think like I pick on somebody like Ate MC, right? She's out here, she's showing you how to do your planner gig or whatever. And even if she was starting fresh and all she had was just this notebook, and she was like, hey, I want to be one of these planner girlies. But you know what? I'm going to start here with these two things. I got a preppy number 5 fountain pen. Trust me, you can use a pencil. And I got a blank dime store notebook. But I'm going to start here. And then 6 months from now, she has a Leuchtturm and a fancy pen and Copic markers and everything, and she's showing you. And then later, she got that wall you see in her studio with all the things and all the parts and whatever. But it all started, I guarantee you, her affinity for what she does now started with a simple notebook and pen, and it eventually got to there. And I think people don't understand that. My neighbor, I've been on the neighborhood tech support this week, and I've been helping my neighbors get their stuff back together after they had a little apple debacle. And you know, he made me some cookies, and bruh, these cookies was just like, oh. The only thing they was missing was the cannabis butter. Other than that, they was off the chain. And I was like, I bet you his first cookies was burnt. Now, dude's gonna be 82, so he been making cookies for a while. But I guarantee you he burnt that first batch of cookies way back when he started baking. But don't nobody want to talk about that. And so if you're the person in your long form content who's willing to be the cookie burner, you will do extremely fine on the platform. If you, for whatever reason, can't shake your perfection problem, you will suffer. I'm going to still say do it. It's just going to hurt you more. Boom. There's that. What Is
Shout out to Dan.
Dan? Dan is coming through. What is up, DT? How you doing? Yeah, good to see you as
You
always,
got Doc
fam.
$5 closer to his new Leica.
Yeah, I need to get that. I was trying to find the thing to put at the top so I can grow it a little.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be
Like
out here hoeing on the weekends. I'm getting it. I don't care what's happening. I don't care how it's going down. It is in my thing. It is in my thing, and I'm gonna be on a whole bunch of like how to do this, to do that. Like, yeah, I'm just that's what I want. And once I got my mind set on something, you can't stop it.
it's
So
gonna happen.
it's going to
And
happen.
that's so like exactly what you're saying about like, can you burn the cookies, right? So granted, like we know how to make a show. We can make a show. We get hired to do high profile events, projects, things like that. I wanted to do this morning show. I could have came in fully produced, ready with it done. And I was like, no, we're gonna do one element per week as we develop it. And even someday, like I almost missed the alarm. I almost do that. We don't get the thing. I like whatever. I'm glitching out because I didn't sleep. But the first week was just get up on time, figure out the time slot. The second week was add the ad spot. Third week was working on the new set. Next week is going to be the next new thing. It's not every episode. One little thing a week. We just keep getting better because it doesn't have to be perfect when you start, nor should it be.
Nor should it be. Honestly, it shouldn't, because it's just going to mess you up. Because then you're like, how am I going to do it again? I feel that about the people who produce like one epic video a month. It's actually way harder for them. They tend to do really well, but it is way harder for them. A lot of people don't realize that. Like they're producing a full on thing, like a full on thing. What is up, LJ? I see she popped in. Good to see you. I just want to see like, are people just like legit shake the craziness, get out there and start doing it? I'd have to say, you know, at the MC last year, she crushed it because she started, putting her work out there and just being willing to be her on camera, and everybody loves it. Like we're like, oh man, she's really good at creating these videos. But the only way you get really good at creating videos is to actually create videos. Like I think there's still this belief that there's some special skill or some special talent or some special things. This goes really, really crazy, and this goes way, way back. I can't remember her last name. I think it begins with a V. But do you remember Gloria from old YouTube days?
Mm-mm.
She was a girl that used to do makeup tutorials that she was the most antithesis of what makeup tutorial girls look like. And I can't
Let's see.
remember her last name. These videos are
Gloria
super old.
and Maria.
Mm, let's see if I can find it. She was this really heavy set Mexican girl, and she used to do the like crazy glam makeups like way back in YouTube. Now it's all these stupid AI bots that are taking over because she's been away from the channels, from the platform for way too long. But she had like the most incredible makeup tutorials, and it was so funny because it was so opposite of what all the makeup girls look like. And she used to do the wild like drag queen style makeup too, and she would do the carnival makeup or the Brazilian. That carnival is a Brazilian thing. And I was like, she was willing at a time where she was just out here doing her thing. And I think she gave permission for the not glamour queens to do makeup videos. You know what I mean? She had a good name too. It had something to do with like something to do with glam, but her name was Gloria. I'm never gonna remember it. It was way old. This is way back when like YouTube barely had a partner program. But I just thought she was one of the best creators back in the day because she was so good at doing what she was doing, and it was so opposite of what you think. Just know that everybody out there has a person that needs to hear what they're doing. Okay? I have been watching a lot of 3D printer stuff, and I have been getting served people who are beginners like me. not just the people who are the experts teaching the beginners. And it's funny because now Brandon's got into it, and he got into it because me and Luis kept bitching at him, but now he got into it. Now a bunch of other people are getting into it, but like they're gonna get served other beginners. And Luis started a little bit more than a year ago, but I'll show you what he made recently, which is just mind blowing. This is a YOLO S3, and Luis knows that I like to use a black Pro Mist filter on the front of my lenses. So Luis printed a filter bracket so I can put a black Pro Mist filter on the YOLO Box S3.
Magic.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and literally, he just got into it by trying to print something every day until he got good at it. Like, it's like no matter where you are, bro, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you can just start here. Last year, Dan was doing something. He was producing a music, producing a music. I swear I speak English. I just didn't have coffee today, people. That's all it is. But yeah, he was producing a track every day. Paul is on week 7. No, week 4, day 28.
Oh, today's me?
Yeah.
Today is the start of week 8.
Week 8. Okay. Week 8. Okay. I was close. I had it right. Week 7, week 8. But yeah, he's just playing piano. Next thing you know, he's gonna be out here playing freaking Dre. Ding 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 ding. Like, they're like still Dre. Explosive. But I mean, you just really get into doing your thing. So I just really want people to push hard. Look. Let's cover something really important right now. The platform is in no way, shape, or form out to get you. It would not be good business. It's not good business for them to shadow ban you. It is not good business for them to censor you. It is not good business for them not to show people your video. If your video is censored, you said something stupid. You might not think it's stupid, but by the overall arching society, you are on the left. Not that left, but I mean, you went off course. Let's put it that way. I didn't mean left, right, left the way Americans mean left, right, left. I mean, you went left, meaning you weren't supposed to say something you said. I've definitely gotten videos taken down, and I didn't even say anything wrong. I just said something that wasn't marketable. And you get the little tag, and it's like, hey, listen, don't say that again. I was fully joking. I got banned from Facebook for a week because I told my friend who we were joking around. I say to Paul all the time, damn it, Paul, I will, off you. And then Paul laughs and we laugh and it's a joke. But it was in the comments and it was right after the trench coat kids at school. And so that was like, that didn't play well, even though that's something you say all the time to your friends. You know what I mean? And because the computer that figures this stuff out doesn't know how to figure this stuff out. Their business is to make the viewers stay on the platform. So you're either helping their business, Mary Lou, by giving them a reason to hang out with you, by giving them a reason to come see Mary Lou all the time, by giving them a reason to recommend Mary Lou to their other friends. Bless you, Lou. Or you're being self-serving because you're worried about how much ad rev you're going to get. Or you're sending them to your website, your course, your membership that's off platform. So if in your video you talk about leaving YouTube and they don't show your video as much as one of your competitors who doesn't talk about leaving YouTube, are they hurting you or are they protecting their business? Imagine Raphael invites me to be a guest on his show and I spend the whole time talking about why you should take your editing class from Skillshare or LinkedIn Learning versus download his course. I'll be a terrible guest. I'll be a terrible friend. If I spent the whole time talking about buying some different plugins instead of his plugin, which is cheaper, by the way, it's only $29 and I use the thing every day, I'd be a terrible friend. So if you on the platform telling people to do something that's bad for the platform, they have every right to do what they do. And they're not trying to change it and make it only shorts. That'd be really dumb. Why would you take a multi-billion-dollar business and flip it to just shorts only? Like, that's just ignorant, bro. Like, why do you believe stupid shit? Because somebody else told you that it's cool to be a victim.
And with that, I kind of think it's the time of day. Like if you're going on your phone YouTube app in the middle of the day, it's probably your lunch break. You're just trying to get a couple quick hits in. Like, is it showing you the same thing at dinner? What are you training it to do? Like you said, if it's showing you a lot of shorts, you're probably watching a lot of shorts. Even if you hate watching it, you're still watching it. Stop the madness. You're not a victim. Just contribute to the conversation in a good way.
Well, and then if you are, then if I'm gonna say something really, I don't even know how to say this in the right way. I gotta tone my temperament because it's not gonna come out right. Um, if you're being victimized by the platform, then leave. I definitely had a friend who wouldn't let me take out the dude that kept putting his hands. I wanted to take him out, and she wouldn't let me. And I'm like, only because of you, because I can make that dude disappear in a second. Nobody would hear from him, and nobody would care. And she was like, no, 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 because in her brain she was still in. Luckily, that went away, but you sound like that. And I know that's a touchy subject, so I'll brush it lightly. But if you're getting constantly victimized by YouTube, then get off YouTube and make more space for those of us who are willing to take those beatings. Because I think it's for the good. And yes, YouTube is having a hard time controlling the AI slop. They have said so themselves, but they are actively working on it. Unfortunately, the AI slop can outproduce the team that's designed to put a bump to it. But they said we're going. If you watch the Tuesday updates, they're like, we know this is a problem. Like Johanna and Renee said it, and then oh my God, uh, Lori, she's like, I have a hard time watching her because she blinks the whole time and it just messes with me. She blinks 24/7. Sorry, that's not her problem, but it drives me nuts. She's like, we are trying to put the brakes on this. They know it's hard, but they'll figure it out. So in the meantime, who cares about all the AI slop?
And if you're tired of seeing that, like, go make a video.
Thank you.
Every time, I want all of y'all, every time you're like, I can't stand this AI, go make a video.
This is gonna
That's how
sound
I feel
mean.
when I see this stuff and I can't stand it. Let me go write a script.
Look, this is gonna be mean. There was nothing I could do about it. I lived in the world for the longest time, and I'm so glad the world has changed a little bit. I could not stand to be around smokers, and my parents smoked, and I did not love them. I just hated the fact that they smoked. I'm an asthmatic, and that smell just got to me. If they were smoking chronic, I'd be about it, but they were smoking Marlboros. And I just couldn't stand the smell of it. I hated it in my clothes. All you club girls, you get home, your hair smelled like Marlboros. Like, it was just nasty. Hated it, hated it, hated it. And luckily, we live in a world where it doesn't exist. But you know what? I would frequent the restaurants that you couldn't smoke in. I would frequent the places that you couldn't smoke in. The only place where I was never way to get away from it was Japan and the club. And when our club switched to non-smoking, I was through the roof. But you know what? I never let the fact that everybody else smoked control my life. Like, it had nothing to do with me. I just kept doing what I was doing. I just had to, shampoo more. I had hair back then. So that's it. Literally, that's it. Like, if the platforms are doing something weird, so what? You got a mailing list, right? You're in control. And there's also 8 other platforms. Actually, there's probably 28, but whatever. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I just wanted to see like what are we doing. So what are you gonna focus on? Or are you gonna Cat Williams this situation?
Oh, as far as like which lane? Oh, I do them all.
Me too.
A little bit of everything.
I'm gonna Pokemon
That's
that shit. I'm gonna catch them all.
yeah, I gotta catch them all. Like they all have their own purpose. I feel like they work as a family. But if you're like again, like to go back to what Doc was saying, if you're a beginner, one, but you're like we've been doing this a long time. So what is challenging and a juicy, exciting endeavor for us is to take on more things,
I have a different take.
more
I
advanced.
have a slightly different take. If you're a beginner, you can still do all 3. You just got to get over wanting them to be perfect. You got to be willing to
Yes,
just do
you,
them and let them be. Let them be organic. If you're a beginner and you really want to grow faster than even the people who are sitting here watching this, who've heard everything that Mary Lou and I said and ain't going to do it, you can smoke every single person in this chat by being willing to do all 3, but being willing to do it naturally. Because I can tell you, for the people who gave up doing their hair and just let it be natural, how much I'm telling you, I remember the first year looking at the end of the checkbook and seeing how much money was saved by being willing to just stop getting that $600 freaking color job every 2 months. And the things that it takes to keep that color job. When the other person was willing to let it go, it was like, yo, we got extra Japan money. And I was like, told you. And you know what happens now? Everybody compliments on the hair. Everybody. So you just gotta be willing to do it. The minute you stop dyeing it, that first, 6 months is brutal, but I've seen it happen. So same thing with content creating. If you're willing to let it go, put on your camera, record your stuff, send it. Put on your camera, record your stuff, send it. Wash, rinse, repeat to keep that analogy going. You watch how fast you grow.
this is what I want. Like the strategy like I want for people. If you're gonna do all 4 days a week, you live stream. Don't think too hard about it. That other day of the week, that's your long form video, and then a short every day. If you want to do this, if you want to be about this life, otherwise do one of each week.
I'm going to
See how it
give you a
goes.
quick example, and it may not be everybody's tea, but I follow a creator. She goes by the name of Nina, right? And she basically is an ER nurse. So when you talk about not having time, I worked in ER. I did the same job. I know how much time you don't have. And she legit posts videos on her break. And all she's talking about is what it's like to be, Asian, right? She's half white, half Japanese. She speaks Japanese and she's teaching people basic Japanese stuff, but she's just talking about her life. She's talking about what it's like being bi, like her whole 9 yards. And I literally watched her from October to now go from 0 to over 70,000 followers in a matter of 3 months. And all she does is just shows up every day, 3-4 times a day, talk to camera. I don't think I see any edits ever. I don't think I've ever seen a single edit. Maybe they're there and they're just really good, but that's how fast she grew. Just showing up, face the camera, full head, like, and if I can't, of course, right now I'm trying to find one. I can't find one, but I'll send it to you and I'll show you. And she is the absolute bomb. And she cooks. She absolutely cooks. So just know that you can do this. Know that you can do this. Also, watch another girl who's teaching basic stuff. She started in October and she's already over 50,000 and she's on YouTube. And her videos are just sitting down and speaking her native tongue in a language slow enough so that people who are trying to get their ear tuned to accent can tune their ear to the accent. That's it. That's her entire video. She comes on and she does what we used to call in Japanese school kikitori, which is listening laboratory, where you just, so you can get your accent down by listening to somebody else talk. And she just has a conversation about her day. She went to go get her hair cut. This is what happened. And she doesn't sit there and be like, this is how you say this in Japanese. She says the whole thing in Japanese, but at a slow pace and at an easier level that a level 1 learner can learn from that. That's basically her whole video and absolutely phenomenally crushing it. So just wanted to tell you that you can do this, bro. You can do this. You just got to show up. That's it. All right.
That's it.
I'm going to press the button. Why you didn't make play?
You have been unstuck. With creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mando.
All right, Lou, if somebody is brand new around here, how do they find more Mary Lou?
You can find me all over the internet at Mary Lou Mandel. Just search my name. I even think on Google, if you just search my first name, I might pop up pretty high.
Mary Lou
think I'm
is
getting there.
Google friendly. And I'm Doc Rock. You can find me at DOCROCK all over the freaking interweb. It is DOCROCK just about everywhere that good getting is got. And I appreciate you guys for coming by and checking out another episode of Creators Unstuck. You know what we say around here? See you. Got jokes. All right, guys. I just put Dina in the chat for you. Go and check her out. Like, she's at 80,000 now. She literally started this mess like October. And that's how fast you can grow just showing up being normal. She's not doing anything off the top. Nothing super special, but she found the lane. And she's just good. So
She's just doing it, yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. Just don't be weird. All right. her bio line is mostly yapping in Japanglish. This is super funny. It's super funny. All right, fam. Appreciate you. Bye.